What's up, Cloud Gamers? Welcome to the Cloud Gaming Extreme channel. Welcome to another episode of the Let's Chat Cloud Gaming. So made some changes to the mic. Hopefully you guys can notice, right, that the mic sounds better and the mic is different. And hopefully we don't run into that crazy situation that we were running into previously. Just thank you guys for bearing with me. As you guys know, the last week has been kind of crazy. You guys didn't see me making videos. I think my latest video or my latest appearance was just me doing the podcast on Saturday. And that's because I've been MIA, not just MIA, but I've been pretty much, if you want to call it hiding, I've been hiding, right? We had a forest fire here in Oregon. If you guys haven't been following the news, the whole West Coast has been pretty much lit the hell up. So I had to evacuate my home. And so I've been with family members, and it's been a lot of fun. The kiddos have been having a lot of fun. But I just want to say kudos to Chief for holding down this channel. You guys saw homeboy go hard every day he had a video up. So just want to say kudos to Chief for just being consistent with the videos. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm hearing some in and outs with the microphone. I'm hoping I'm good, but again, testing out this mic. Romello, what's good, bro? Thanks for being here. Sherry Gaming, as always, man, huge supporter. Thanks for being here. Yeah, man, thanks for just the kind words about safety, man. It's been crazy. Rock, I sound good. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about the topic of conversation. Hold on real quick. Let me just make sure this is plugged. Yes, interesting. My mic just keep coming in and out, but you guys can hear it. So that's all that matters. But yo, guys, like I said, man, I've been MIA since last week. You know, just with the family, just making sure the kiddos were good, making sure the wife was good. So I really haven't been following along with a lot of cloud gaming news, and haven't been watching a lot of you content creators, cloud gaming content creators. Ubisoft held an event that I barely watched. I got a recap of the event, and that's how I got most of my information about the event. But there's a game that was announced there, and we covered it in the podcast. It was Immortal Fenyx Rising. And, you know, just based on the recap that I watched, again, I didn't watch the full event, just the recap. People were making a lot of similarities that it looked like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There was memes on it. There were Twitter feeds on it. And, you know, when I watched the recap and the trailer, I was like, oh, shoot, this does have a Zelda Breath of the Wild feel to it. And I talked in my podcast about how I felt like Ubisoft took an easy approach and probably made some changes to this game originally, because again, if you guys didn't know, they had a calendar set for the games coming out, and they had to delay some of those games because of the financial report not being as good as it was. And so Phoenix Rising was one of those games that was delayed. Rainbow Six Quarantine was another game that was delayed. So I said in the podcast that I felt that this was not the original game. This was not what the game was originally supposed to be. It looked like this was going to be a pay per service type of game, a game like Destiny, which is the formula that Ubisoft has been following with most of the games. You look at a game like Breakpoint, right? They added the whole loot system, and a lot of flack that they got for that is that game did not need the loot system. So I made the argument that Immortal was a game similar, and they made some last minute changes because They saw that people were giving them flack about the open world and how big the games are. And so instead of the Immortal being a game for service type of game like Destiny, they just copy and pasted Zelda Breath of the Wild approach, but in a more like God of War universe. And so after that podcast, I'm back home now. I got some time to actually spend watching the whole from start to finish Ubisoft event. I watched the whole 30-minute live gameplay of this game. I went and I watched other YouTubers who covered this game, and my goodness, guys, I have to say, this game looks absolutely incredible. And pretty much, this is Breath of the Wild for Google Stadia. Like, hands down. It's Breath. Now, the interesting thing to see how this is going to turn out is the story. Something people should take into consideration is this might actually be better than Breath of the Wild story, because realistically, Breath of the Wild didn't have a decent story. I mean, yes, you had Gandalf, who is the main boss that you had to fight, and then you are going to get powerful enough pretty much to fight him. I mean, you literally can go and fight the last boss in Breath of the Wild. And then you have all the other champions, and then you have the champion ballad DLC. The story wasn't that great. So potentially this can actually, based on what I've seen, have a better story than Breath of the Wild. The gameplay looks good. The graphics looks incredible. The open world seems really cool. And the fighting at first when I saw this game, I was like, I don't know. It's like, it doesn't feel fluid. It feels clunky. But man, after watching these videos, I was like, yo, pre-order, boom. Went on Google Stadia, pre-ordered the game. I am so pumped for this. I am so good to go. This game looks absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait for it to come out. And I think Google Stadia made a good investment by just getting some exclusivity to the demo for this, which is another big thing. So again, just want to come out and say that, man, originally I wasn't excited for this game, but now, dag, I am sold. Looks good. So let me just take a sec to say what's up to some of you guys here. Share It Gaming, always true supporter. Thanks for being here. Rock, as always, man. Thank you. Again, thanks for being on Chief's podcast when he hosted. We had you be a special guest. So glad that you can be here. I love Stadia so much. Romello, what is good? Stadia is awesome. And I'll talk more about Stadia and just, what I've been playing a lot lately. But yeah, Rock and Romello was good. So I can't wait to get a game with you when I pick up 2K20. Yo, let me know when you pick it up. That's where, like I said, I was going to get to that, but that's where I've been at lately. People are like, yo, Ace, what games have you been playing? And I've been playing 2K21 instead. You guys probably see my name pop up and you see what game I've been playing. I've been living in that game. And I've shelled out some cash too. Got some VLCs, man, trying to boost my character up to be the dopest player. But Ghost Recon, right? Oscar G, what is good? Thanks for being here. Do you think that Cloud Gaming Wars will officially start when xCloud releases tomorrow? Do you think Stadia will be affected by this release? I'll be honest with you, personally, I feel like Cloud Gaming really started when Stadia became available. And the reason I say this is if you look at the competitors, right? You look at what Sony did with the PlayStation Now, right at around the time when Google announced the launch date and released, they lowered the price tag, right? They start bringing in the first-party studios to the PlayStation Now. You saw xCloud come out and Microsoft start talking about xCloud. You also saw NVIDIA. I mean, NVIDIA GeForce Now has been in beta for 2 years. previously to when Google Stadia released. And then as soon as they released in February, they came out of beta. So personally, I feel like the the cloud gaming wars really began when Google Stadia launched. As far as xCloud releasing tomorrow, man, we are so excited for that. Stay tuned to the channel. We are going to be covering it a lot. We're going to be doing an overview on it. We're going to be checking out some games in xCloud. So it's going to be really fun to see. But my hope, fingers crossed, that they give us a better performance. I know it's still in beta, so I can ask for too much. But my goal and my hope is that when it releases, man, it runs better than it currently is running right now. And I'm interested to see what the 100 games that they're going to announce for. Right now, we're still in beta. I think we have 40, 50 games available for it. But I'm interested to see what those 100 games are going to be. Now, something I've talked about in the podcast is there is Game Pass for PC, then there's Game Pass for console, Game Pass Ultimate, and then there's Game Pass for cloud. So it's like 3 different platforms that Microsoft is supporting through Game Pass. My thing is, with cloud, are they going to merge? We've talked about this in the podcast. Some people in panel said no. Some people saying possibly. My question is, are they going to merge both console and PC games in one with the cloud? And so it's going to be interesting to see what 100 games we get come tomorrow release with xCloud. But best believe we're going to be covering on here. We're going to show you guys overview. I'm going to do some hands-on with it too. So show you some mobile gameplay of it. So if you guys are interested, definitely stay tuned for that, man. It's going to be quite exciting. Let's see. I feel the same way. I think this is a big release. Yeah, this game is, again, I just didn't get a good chance to watch the whole Ubisoft press release since I didn't take this game seriously. But man, this game is looking quite dope. And I'm talking about Immortal Fenyx Rising. Yeah, definitely inspired by, yeah, for sure. And you cannot deny that. Even the devs kind of made a joke about this. Definitely highly influenced by Breath of the Wild, for sure. Immortal Fenyx Rising, but attract new players not much because it's not like the whole game is true. The whole game is not exclusive to Stadia, but we've always talked about this, right? Because Stadia cannot, they are just starting and they just built their first game studio. It's going to take a while. I think Raymond said it's going to take about 5 years for us to see like a Breath of the Wild caliber type of game. So if that's the case, if we know that Stadia and your team is working on bring those games eventually, I think now is the time that Google should shell out cash to get some either exclusive content or exclusive games. And I think that they probably cannot score exclusive games. So to see them go the way to get something like an exclusive demo, hey, I'm 100% for that, for sure. So right, yeah, man. Again, Rog, thanks for being a part of that podcast. Really, really cool. I went back and watched it. Man, you guys got really techie, man. It's crazy. Our podcast never gets that techie, but man, y'all were talking about, it's like some crazy tech stuff, but I loved it. And I have, yeah, it's gonna be dope. I'm excited for Fenyx Rising for sure, right? Shadow didn't come to my area until December 20. Any recommendations on how to play Warzone on mobile in the US? Thanks for the content. By the way, JC, what's up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So there's a service called Maximus Settings, and I talked about this in the podcast. It's something that I've started using a lot lately because Shadow, I still use Shadow for some stuff actually. But as far as games, because I want, I'm a techie, I want the latest edge when it comes to my games. I want it to have, ray tracing, all that stuff. I tend to use Maximus settings because in the States, in the US right now, you still can't get the Infinite or the Ultra tier with shadows. So with Maximus settings, you can get it to, I believe it's a 280 rig, which has the ray tracing on there. But the only thing to consider is a pay-as-you-go service compared to where with Shadow, you're paying for a monthly term, right? With this, you're paying as you go. But if you can live with that, I would advise checking out Maximus settings for sure. JCP is for Slim 400,000. First time visiting the streamer field. Yeah, John Chris, man, thanks for being here. Yeah, we didn't do this last week again because of the fire situation, but we're back, man. We're gonna be consistent every Monday, Wednesday, 12 p.m. Hop on here. There will be an open mic segment podcast every Saturday at 2 p.m. Hop on. We'll be talking about cloud gaming for sure. I heard shooting got better. Is that true? Charlotte, I don't know what you mean by this, bro. Give me more detail. Oh, someone. Whoa. Chief said 150 games announced today. I don't know what you mean by that. Victor, what's up, man? Always with the high ass. Good to see you, Vic. I can't wait to see the competition. Stadia is my main platform. And Oscar, man, I'm glad that you're open to just seeing who else is out there when it comes to cloud gaming. Again, Stadia is great, but it's not the only cloud game platform, and it meets different needs for different people. Again, GeForce NOW, if you are into PC gaming, it's one of the fastest ways and cheapest ways to experience RTX. So yeah, get familiarized with other cloud game platform. It's not bad. 150 games announced today. Are you talking about? I haven't checked this again. I've just been at work, and this is my lunch break. So, Chief, are you saying 150 games to Game Pass? Is that what they're gonna launch with? Let me know more. I don't know what you mean. Chief is in the house. What up, Chief? Let's see. I say the war starts when Apple launches cloud game platform for forget Apple, man. Just being real. People like to make the joke of everything starts when Apple unveils what they're working on. But we in 2020, we can't sit here and keep holding Apple's hands and singing Kumbaya and waiting for them to do things, man. People beat them out to the punch, but it'll be nice to see if they're working on something, what they're working on. I'll be upset if it runs worse for me tomorrow. What's up, Holtz? Again, member of the podcast panel. Definitely check him out for sure. All right, so you posted a link here. Let's take a look at this. Can I copy and paste this? That's something this does not allow. Yo, Chief, send me that on the Disco so I can copy and paste it. I can't do that on here. Which is kind of actually, let me see what I can do. Yeah, send me that on the Disco so I can Discord so I can just copy and paste it, show you guys what Chief is talking about here. I'm curious to see too if again, have been at work all day, just got my lunch break, so I haven't really checked the news. Breath of the Wild was more of a sandbox box explorer. Yeah, I agree. Breath of the Wild was such a dope game. Without Breath of the Wild, I probably wouldn't be highly invested in the Nintendo Switch. It's behind on the chat. Dag, am I that behind? No, I'm not that behind, bro. Just checked. Not that behind. Warrior 64 dropped all of that. But it feels like I agree, Ace. Each service, yeah, agreed. Android, Apple. Agreed. All right, so let me see if Chief sent this real quick. There we go. Thank you, Chief. Chief is on it, bro. Chief is all right. Let's take a look at this. Share my screen with you, lovely people, and see what we have here. Again, that's why I prefer using StreamYard. I know not a lot of people are a big fan of this, but the simplicity of it, man, and just being able to use it pretty much anywhere. I really like this. Share the screen. Get my Chrome tab. All right, so let's take a look at this. You guys should be able to see what I'm seeing here. Play over 100 Xbox games on Android, mobile, Xbox Game Pass. Oh, so they do have the day one releases and over 100 more Game Pass. All right, so today I'm pleased to share the initial launch lineup of more than 150 games. Holy shnikes. So they upped it by 50 between two countries. Wow. So popular titles from the Xbox Game Studios, such as Tell Me Why, Grounded, Forza Horizon, Battletoads, Destiny 2 entitled Goose Game. So you can discover freedom. Okay, wow. Edition xCloud. Okay, finally cloud game comes to okay. I wonder they said 100. Oh, cloud gaming launch games. All right, let's take a look at this. A Plague Observer, Age Arc, is still in the bed. Okay, so these are the games that are coming. All right, let's see if anything sticks out to us here. Destiny 2, Done Serve, Drake Hollow, Dungeon Endless, F1 2019, Fallout. Oh, Fallout 76. That's cool. Forza Horizon 4, anything, Gears 4 5, Halo 5, Halo Wars 1 2, Halo Spartan, Hello Neighbor, Hot Dot, Katana Zero's coming soon. That's dope. Okay. Journey, Marvel, First Capcom Infinite, Middle Earth War Shadow. Oh, that's a cool game. Mountain Blade Warband. I'm wondering, is that new? I know that's for GeForce Now. Oh, they're getting near. They're getting near. Near Automata. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. That's dope. That's dope. They're getting near. Holy crap, that's dope. That's dope. Night in the Woods coming soon. Wow. Ori's here. Okay. Wow, they getting near. I play that with Shadow. Sorry if I'm not reading your comments, guys. Just want to take a look at these games. Power Rangers, Recore, Resident Evil 7 was just released. Secret Neighbor, State of Decay 2, Street of Rage, All Has Been You. Tell Me Why, episode 1-3 is here. The Bird's Tale is here. Elder Scrolls Online is here, guys. Wow. Crazy. Okay. Lord of the Rings event. Well, whatever the hell. The Jackbox parties here. I know people with Other Worlds is here. Wow. Okay. The Walking Dead. The Telltale games it looks like are here. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is here. Wow. Okay. Man, Microsoft is coming out to play today, boys. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Holy crap, these are a lot of games. Untitled Goose Game is here. Sorry, fellas, if I'm not reading the chat. This news just came in. So Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kimwa 1 and 2 are both here. Wasteland 3, 2 and 1 are here. Wow, okay. Holy crap. Wowzers. Wowzers, that is absolutely incredible, Microsoft. Wow, this is near and The Witcher 3. I mean, count me sold, bro. That is some good stuff there. Good stuff. Holy crap. I guess I'm speechless, man. So 150 games. Wow. Now the test is going to be how well do they perform. And again, we're going to be doing videos on that like crazy this week. So you guys should be able to see what and how that feels in place like. Crazy. I played PlayStation Now this week. I enjoyed it for the price, and the games is worth it. Your name says PS2 Pro Gamer, but yeah, you've heard us talk about PlayStation. It's decent, but I feel like again Sony has a lot of work to do, which we're going to go into in a bit. We're going to talk about Sony's conference, which is going to be happening on Wednesday. So we'll talk more about that. Near over here breaking the stream. Yo, Nier is so dope, man. I love Nier. So it's pretty cool to see. Now, this is for Game Pass, which comes out tomorrow, the 15th. Microsoft just unveiled 150 games instead of 100 are going to be coming. And those games that I spoke about are the games that are going to be releasing tomorrow, which is really cool to see. What games would people like to see compared to xCloud? What do you mean by this? Tell me more. What games would people like to see compared to xCloud? Oh, you're talking about chief comparison videos that people. I would say The Witcher. The Witcher would be a good one. We should actually prep for that vid. And that's the one that stands out the most that I saw on that list, which is always a showcase game, right? So it'll be good to see. I feel like PS Now needs to be updated. So yeah, I'll talk about have a lot to say about Sony and PlayStation Now here in a bit. Xbox has a lot of gaming that looks good for them. I'm still gonna wait until next year until I get Game Pass, see how good the streaming service. Yeah, again, like I stated, that's still an area that I feel like they can improve on, which is the performance of xCloud as a whole, and also upscaling. Right, instead of 720p, give us 1080p. I mean, hell, get generous with 4K. We'll really appreciate that for sure. They should bring PS Now to Android. All right, so a lot of y'all are talking about PS Now, which I'm gonna just shift to next segment. I sent you something on Game Pass. I think I'll check it right now, but it might be what Chief just sent. But let me take a look at it real quick. 115 launch. Yeah, I think Chief. Oh wow, this let me pull this up. This showcases it better actually, I think. Oh, perfect. Yo, Charles, man, thanks for this. All right, so let me share this screen with you guys just to show you guys what Charles sent over here. This just paints, I was scrolling down trying to read it all, but this paints a better picture on those games. It's like blah right in your face. So let's take a look at this. This it. All right, so yeah, boom, right here. Okay, so you guys see, so this is like the whole list of the 150 games in your face. So man, look at this. Crazy amount of games coming. Holy smokes. This is just looking at this list again. To launch a service with this many games, oof, Microsoft is swinging, guys. Swinging. But Chief, I'm looking for you. Kona's on here. I feel like that's a good one to compare. Stadia has Kona. I believe I have Kona on PC, so you can just hop onto my account and then you can compare Kona and xCloud for sure. Let's see, anything else here stands out to compare. I'm excited to go back to playing Batman Arkham Knight, though. That's a really good game that pretty much got forgotten for sure. Darksiders Genesis is on here. That's a good one that can be compared with Stadia as well. Destiny. Oh, we got to do Destiny. We definitely have to do Destiny. That for sure should be one that we eye. For sure. Yeah, Destiny, Hello Neighbor. It's another one. Anyway, good list. And thanks again for sharing this, Charles. Really, really appreciate it. All right, cool. So let's get back to PlayStation Now. Stay Focused said, "What's the deal on EA titles? What do you mean by this? What up, Stay?" Um, we talked about EA being with Game Pass, so I think they said in December they're gonna kick that off, and pretty much you don't have to pay anything. So if you have Game Pass, you should just have EA access to Game Pass, and I believe is at the cost of $15 a month. But that should be cool. Again, Game Pass, Microsoft is just swinging. I'm also late, but hey, what up, Carlos? Good to see you, my dude. Don't forget to, yeah, thank you guys. That's really helpful. I don't see Dying Light. Let me see. I thought I saw Dying Light. D. Ooh, Dying Light is not on this list. Wow, you're right. It's not. There is Dead by Daylight, but Dying Light is not on this list. Okay. Wonder if we'll get Darksiders Genesis will be a great pro game for sure. Let's see. Okay, so we'll be here at lunch. Yeah. All right, so let's get to PlayStation Now. So again, come this Wednesday, Sony's holding another showcase, they call it, the PlayStation Showcase. And they said we are going to see more games. But here's my thing. I feel like Sony's back is behind the wall right now. Microsoft, again, they came out swinging. They announced the Series S. They give us a price point and a release date. Sony has to answer to. Maybe they didn't originally want to answer this soon, but now the back is towards the wall and they have to respond to this. So I feel like with this conference, we'll get that address, we'll get the pricing for the PlayStation, we'll get the release date for the PlayStation, and hopefully we'll to know more about digital, because when they unveiled it, they showed the original PlayStation and then they had another console next to it, and hopefully we get to hear more about that. Here is my take. With the more we find out about the digital PlayStation 5, I feel like we'll find out more about the focus towards cloud gaming, right? And guys, we talked about this in the podcast. I feel personally, Sony is just not sitting around and letting Google Stadia and Microsoft get all the thunder and like with their cloud gaming offerings. I feel like they have a lot to show when it comes to PlayStation Now. Number one, they might rebrand PlayStation Now, because when PlayStation Now is associated, people view it from a negative perspective, right? Laggy, a bunch of games that no one plays. Sony cannot, keep their first person. So there's a lot of negative towards it. So my thing is, they might rebrand it and call it something different. But I do feel like they have something to show. My hope is that they show it now. We in September. If you plan to launch this console in November, which I feel like they're going to have to now because Microsoft dealt the hands, right? We 2 months away. People need to see what the place. Yes, we have great exclusive, we have great games, great. But what can this platform do? The interesting thing is Microsoft truly even haven't shown us really what the Xbox Series interface is going to look like. Or maybe they have, maybe I haven't seen it, but they haven't truly showcased like what the features are going to be like, what the multimedia is going to look like, what connecting with friends, chatting with friends, what all that stuff is going to look like. So we might not see that from Sony at this event, but my hope is that they do, and they just don't sit around and wait for Microsoft to do it first. So my thing is, I think there's something bigger in the works when it comes to Sony cloud gaming, and I feel like this is the perfect event for Sony to do so. We might get PlayStation Now with a rebranding. We might get a lower price point, and I don't see them taking the same model and approach that they did with the original PlayStation. I feel like they're going to restructure this to be something killer. I think they see what Stadia is doing. I think they see what Microsoft is doing, and they're offering 800 games. It's not good. It's not games that people would want to play. So I think they'll be cautious of bringing backwards compatibility, right? Bring in the first party PS2, PS3, PS4 exclusives in the cloud. But not only that, I feel like we're going to see same day release. Man, my goodness, I don't know how they're going to price this, but I feel like we're going to see same day release of PlayStation exclusive. They have to do this. They have to do this, right? Because they want to compete. What are they going to offer? Man, this is exciting. It's exciting. You guys let me know in the comments, what do you think the PlayStation needs to do to make the cloud gaming service, the PlayStation Now, more relevant so that they can compete with Stadia and they can compete with Microsoft? Because I'm sitting here really, I know they're going to do something, but my thing is I'm really scratching my head trying to figure out what can they do. Because the truth of the matter is, Sony is not Microsoft. Microsoft have money to blow, right? Again, the thing is, Game Pass over time is going to generate them enough income. But right now, they're taking losses by putting the first party studio games same day release on Game Pass. I don't think Sony can afford to do that because they don't have Microsoft or Google's type of money. So then that's my question. Are we here's something that they can do, I guess. Again, I'm just brainstorming with you guys, so you guys let me know. But something that they can do is they can take a Google Stadia's approach, right? So they can have PlayStation Now be to where you go on the PlayStation Network, you purchase a game digitally like you would from Google Stadia, and then you can stream it. That way, they are making money for the IPs. They're not doing what Microsoft is doing by putting the IPs in the cloud to where anyone can play it for a monthly cost. I think that is the more logical sense for, because again, Microsoft can afford to not make money right now, but Sony is, yeah, they are a big company, but they don't have the pockets that Microsoft has. So that's my take with PlayStation Now. We'll see a pricing model similar to Google Stadia, to where you have to pay for your games. I just don't see any, but then the possibly will be backwards compatibility with like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2 type games. But for us seeing PlayStation 5 same day release on their cloud gaming network, I don't think that's realistically possible for Sony right now. As far as performance, there's been rumors about them going with Microsoft to use their Azure network. I hope that's the case. They need to do something because, again, playing games on PlayStation Now is not a pleasant experience. I mean, if you guys thought xCloud was worse, it was bad, it's probably worse than playing games in xCloud. So, and then it just being limited to just the PlayStation and PC. I heard a lot of you guys in the comments say it needs to come out for Android. I agree. We know Apple's not playing nice, so probably won't see this in iOS, but it needs to be available on more platforms. And if possible, it'll be dope to see. It'll be dope to see it with a more upscaled resolution. Give us 1080p to 4K. But again, guys, if you are sitting here thinking Sony's not going to update, if you think PlayStation Now is going to be the same as it is right now, when PS5 comes, I don't think that's the case. I think that they've made changes already, and they haven't, they're still working on when to let us know what those changes are. But I feel like this significant revamp coming to the PlayStation Now. And as a cloud gaming channel that gets us fired up. That gets us really, really excited for Sony's offering. So that's my take on the PlayStation Now. You guys let me know in the comments, man. Are y'all excited? Do you think that Sony is going to showcase the PlayStation Now come this Wednesday, like a revised, updated version? Do you think we're just gonna stay where we are and Sony's not even gonna attempt to change what PSN Now is currently? So yeah, let me know in the comments for sure. Take a sec to just read some of y'all's comments. Again, keep it coming. It's good. It helps conversations flow and go go better. Honestly, I don't think they revealed anything for PS No on Wednesday. I think Sony's going to hold on cloud gaming, but focus. They can't, Carlos. Yeah, they can't sit silent this generation. Yes, the bread and butter is consoles and selling physical, digital, first-party exclusives and making money from a little change from third parties, license. But dude, they can't ignore cloud gaming. Even a company as big as Microsoft is not ignoring cloud gaming. So maybe they might offer something, but not to the extent as Microsoft is offering right now. But as far as them ignoring it and focusing on console, I don't think if they're smart, they wouldn't do that. Because again, cloud gaming is the future, man. And you have to start thinking ahead. PS Now uses video compression technology. Yeah, acquired from OnLive. Again, they need to revamp their infrastructure when it comes to their cloud gaming, man. They can't be using that same infrastructure. It's not gonna cut it. It's old tech. What infrastructure do you think the PS Now will use? Will they use they will use someone else? Yeah, there was earlier last year, they said Sony and Microsoft was in talks. Let me see if I can pull up that article, but they said Sony and Microsoft was in talks about them signing an agreement to use the Azure network. So I would assume that that's what what's happening in those meetings, in those conversations. So let me just see if I can find that article. Sony teams up with Microsoft. Let me see if I can pull up this article real quick for you guys. For cloud gaming. Sorry if you hear my keyboard chat. Sony team up with my All right, so here we go. This was 2009. Okay, here, let me share my screen with you guys so you guys what I'm seeing here. Give me a second. All right, so here goes. Sony and Microsoft team up on cloud gaming ahead of Google Stadia. Again, someone was asking, do we think when xCloud launches tomorrow will be the beginning of the cloud gaming wars? And I said, no, it already started with Stadia. And you can see these companies making move just to prep for Google Stadia coming into the world. Collaboration puts PlayStation Now on Microsoft Azure, right? So Sony and Microsoft are teaming up to develop new technologies for cloud-based gaming services, a move that looks to shore up both console makers and Google's planned game streaming service, Google Stadia, preps to enter the market. Obviously, the two companies, PlayStation and Xbox, have current platforms have current hardware and software that compete directly in the space, but the collaboration will contribute greatly the event of interactive content. So this is the thing, guys. Don't want to sit here and read this whole article. You can Google it yourself. But this is the thing. It's not rumor speculation. This has already happened. And so it's right here for you guys. So they are going to use Azure Network. The question is, what is that going to look like? And is it going to be? So this is just confirmation for people thinking PlayStation Now is just going to stay where it's at. It's not, right? This partnership speaks volume as to what's to come for PlayStation Now. All right. So the idea, let me read this real quick. The idea of free tier, where you buy your games. I like the idea of free tier where you buy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Again, Google has been doing something great with the free weekend play, but it's kind of a bummer that's only for pro members. They should extend that to the free tier members as well, just to give people a taste. Imagine just taking so good story. Again, I had to evacuate my home situation because of the fire. But guess what? I didn't have to worry about carrying my consoles everywhere I go. So what I ended up doing, I took my Surface Pro. I took my, at that time, I don't have it on me, but I had the WinMax GPD. And again, doing a review, that video should be coming out soon. But I took that with me. And so I didn't have to log my big old console. But anyway, I took that with me, and the beauty of cloud gaming, that's all I needed to play my games in the cloud. But imagine if other people can experience the convenience and the beauty of cloud gaming, right? I believe the free weekend, if they could extend that to non-pro users, for people to just, I mean, with Project Stream, when people tried Project Stream, they're like, holy shit, this technology works. Even the people that bash Stadia right now, Dreamcast guys, the what's that other guy's name? Like, they covered Project Stream, and they're like, wow, this technology is amazing. So if Google can do something to where, for instance, offer like a free tier and offer like a demo session, yeah, it'll help bring awareness to Stadia. Because again, I took this to my mother-in-law's house because we were evacuated, and man, all of my family, they were playing Stadia, and they were like, holy crap, I'm playing this on my phone, I'm playing this on my laptop, and they were playing the Avengers, and they were loving it. They were playing 2K, and they were loving it. Again, just being able to test this out, Google, you should make this a thing for the free tier, being able to access demos or free games so people can get to experience the greatness of cloud gaming in Stadium. So yeah, it's still crappy, Chris, but it's a little better. My house didn't burn down, thankfully. You guys saw me there on Sunday, but still smoky. We have a basement where I, have my equipment and do the podcast. And after it was done, I was telling the people in the panel I had to leave because I had a headache because it was so smoky. But yeah, it's really bad here, man, and there's no end for it to decrease. It might rain Wednesday and Thursday, so that might help, but it's a crappy situation. Using for PR, that's interesting. That's interesting. I want Sony to showcase the PlayStation Now, but the momentum with the PS5 is so strong that I don't. Yeah, yes, true, but think about, so the beauty with what Microsoft is doing with xCloud is our Game Pass is it's an additional value to the console, right? Yes, the momentum is strong with the PlayStation 5 hardware, but if they announce PSN Now as an additional value to the PlayStation 5, that's only going to help. That's going to only help the PlayStation 5 look more appealing to other people. So it doesn't hurt for them to announce. And yeah, Sony supposedly will use Azure. Hopefully we hear more on Wednesday. Don't worry. What up, Game Test? So this is Jerry, another member from our podcast panel. Does excellent content when it comes to cloud gaming. So give him a look. Check out his channel if you can. PS Now revamp will all increase it. Yeah, yeah. We're about, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what they said, Jerry. Right on it. Cool. I have these flipping pop-ups that keeps popping up and drives me absolutely insane on the Windows. All right, so I'm just waiting for y'all's comment to load up. Where we at? Sometimes StreamYard just gets BI. Here we go. Cool. I really like the modular library approach. Yeah, Stadia has agreed. Speaking of GPD, I wish we had similar devices here. Oh, really, Charles? Yeah. Wait for that review. If you're into cloud gaming, uh, yeah, yeah, it's a decent device. But what you're gonna hear me say about GPD WinMax is that 800p resolution absolutely drives me insane. If you're not a techie, if you're okay with playing games at 720p, you might enjoy this device. And games looks good. Again, you hear it in my review, but the fact that this is limited to 800p is just I paid 800 no $760 for this device. If you guys don't know what a Win GPD WinMax GPD is, it's a portable Windows laptop that offers a good decent graphics card for you to play PC games on. But I again use it to cover cloud gaming. So yeah, just wait for the review. I would say hold off on GPD if you're into cloud gaming, or you know what, you might be okay. Just wait until I had to jump in for a few minutes, see what's going on. PlayStation, if they increase the value like Xbox is doing. Yeah, exactly. It's all about increasing the value, making it more appealing for people who are considering getting your device. So you're right. Yo, the Sony device out there don't sell. Ace will have a sweet video. Yeah, for sure, coming soon. Man, let me let me give you an update. So this Wednesday, so I was gonna get the uh, Surface Duo. You guys saw me cover a video on it, and so I went to store to pick it up, and I was really disappointed. And I watched the reviews. I was really disappointed by the performance. You guys can see it in my videos, to where it's apps just weren't optimized. So it's a $1,400 phone. So I was like, yo, F that. I'm not gonna give these guys $1,400 for first generation device that has a lot of bugs. So I then took my pre-order and ordered the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2. So that comes in this Friday. And I also got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, and that comes in this Friday. So I have those two devices that I'm going to review based on cloud gaming and show you guys what that actually looks like. But yeah, stay tuned, man. I have the WinMax GDP video already done, so I'm editing it. So that one should be available like in a day or two. But stay tuned for this weekend because I'm so excited. I got a iPega controller as well, and someone attached that to my Tab 7 S, and so I'm gonna be playing cloud gaming on a 12.4-inch, 120 refresh rate, close to 4K device. So, man, can't wait for that experience. So stay tuned, man. You're gonna see videos on that too. So a lot of hardware cloud gaming vids coming soon. So if you're interested, it's gonna be cool to see. Like the Fold 2. Yeah, it's a 2G phone, man. The phone is not cheap. It's $2,000 for the Fold 2. But yeah, that's the dopest phone right now, though. Like hands down, man. That phone, oof. I was testing out my friend works for Samsung. He had it and I was playing with it. I was like, jeez, that phone is so cool. But the Duo has potential though. So again, just waiting for them to I was telling people like, are you going to reconsider again the Duo? The Duo might actually be the next phone next year. I might end up getting the Duo over the Fold 3 because I love the concept of the Duo. The Duo, pretty much, someone posted on Reddit too. You can do it's two different screens compared to where The Fold is one screen to where you can use a split screen to do multiple things. But the Duo, you can actually run uh xCloud on one and GeForce NOW on one, the Stadia one. Like, it's two different. It's awesome, but again, a lot of bugs. So it's not worth 1400 right now with all those bugs for sure. The Duo will either disappear or get something to remember. Jerry, is when the Surface first came out, financially it wasn't a hit, and secondly, people just did not understand the concept to where people called it a failure. They wrote it off. But again, one thing Microsoft has is money, right? So they have the money to make something great if it doesn't appear to be great the first time. I know we can joke around about Windows phones, but the reality is they can just continue to pour money into this, and they don't have a lot to do, honestly speaking. The tech works, the dual screen works, the hardware is sexy as hell. All they have to do is just work on the software. And my guess is, come the end of the lifespan of the Duo, we're going to see something you can trust Microsoft to do, is to push out software like nobody's business, to do it for Windows. My thing is, come the end of the life cycle of the Duo, that device is going to be so dope. It's going to run so well because they're going to keep updating it to make it what they originally intended for it to be. So I'm not too concerned. Just, I don't want to be a first early adapter while they iron out the kinks to that. I want it to be ready when I shell out $1,400 to get a device like that. Dude, I'm not. Like, what I tell my sisters, like, yo, is how the hell do you get all these tech? I It's so interesting because, like, I hardly buy tech. What I do is I make a decent income and I do a lot of business hustle on the side. But what I tend to do is I save up money because tech really doesn't come out until this time. That's why I say September, October is like my Christmas. Tech doesn't come out. So if you really save up money all throughout the year, and then this time of the year comes, you'll have enough to get these things, right? You don't see me buying tech throughout the year unless it's like a dope tech, but mainly I'm just saving up for this season because this is when most of the dope tech releases. Um, but yeah, I mean, I love tech though, so it's fun. This is the stuff that gets me going, man. Some people love fishing, hunting. I'm a techie, so it's where my money goes. The Duo is so big as a phone daily driver. It is big, but I feel like that offers something very unique that no other phone offers, right? You have two 5-inch displays put together to make one display, right? So imagine if you have a Galaxy Fold type display and you're trying to multitask and do, it's just not big enough for that. But the wide range of it makes doing how it's truly like you have your own personal desktop screen on one side and then another one on the other side. Yes, it's wide, but the aspect ratio makes it more like you can do more on each screen. So I actually don't mind the fact that it's wide. And again, it's a big bet for Microsoft, but I like it. xCloud Game Pass with EA Play with Stadia. Yeah, definitely a lot of comparison videos coming up, man, for sure. I feel like I got like 2 more minutes, then I got to go back to work. Yeah, I had two Surfaces. Their release weren't good. I love them. Also, no cloud gaming back. Then what? Yeah, true, true. Yeah, I have a Surface device, and I don't know if that's something people are interested, but I can actually cover cloud gaming on Surface if people want to see what that looks like. All right, Phyllis, I got like a minute left. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to talk to you guys. And from the way things are looking right now, we don't have to evacuate anymore. The fire seems to be going a different direction. So I think it's safe to say that I'm officially back without having to evacuate or leave. But again, just want to shout out to Chief for holding the channel down. Homie put out daily content when I was gone. And you know, he's really, he loves you guys and he wants to, you know, make content that you guys appreciate. So he puts a lot of work. So if you see Chief on the Discord on here, just give him a shout out, say kudos. But we're back. Appreciate you guys. And on Wednesday, we'll be talking about, I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll figure out a topic to discuss. But appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Till next time, fellas. Peace out.